My name's Rachel. I'm a 43-year-old mum from Sydney. I've been on a carnivore diet for 3 months, and I was on a ketogenic diet for 3 months prior to that. I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I'm a yo-yo dieter. I have had some success in the past with low-fat diets, but the weight always came back. I had a sense that it was not just that I was eating too much food. As a kid, I ate like the other kids, maybe even less, because people were always telling me I was fat, and I was so self-conscious about what I was eating. But there were other issues too. I had severe stomach issues from a very young age. Chronic constipation was a normality for me. Trips to the hospital and doctor's appointments were a regular occurrence. It pissed me off. I got sick of people telling me to eat more fruit and drink more water. I was eating lots of fruit and vegetables and drinking liters of water every day, but it made no difference. I also suffered from allergies. I had allergies to everything. If I got anywhere near new clothes or a new car, my lips would swell and I'd get welts all over me. Touching or getting too close to certain herbs and flowers sent me into a scratching frenzy. Friends were unable to hug me just in case I was allergic to their perfume or their washing detergent. There was also chronic anxiety and biting my nails and grinding my teeth every night. Although I had a number of health issues, what upset me the most was being overweight. Over the years, I would go on a diet which involved eating anywhere between 200 and 250 calories 3 to 4 times a day, and I would lose weight in the first few weeks, then suddenly it would stop, and I'd have to reduce my calorie intake, and then after a period of time, I'd have to reduce it further, until I was barely eating anything. Cutting calories at every plateau made a little difference, and as long as I did high-intensity exercise every day, I would lose weight. I was eating a diet high in fruit and vegetables, low-fat dairy, and whole grains, with limited meat because I was told that meat was too high in fat. These dieting sprees were too hard to maintain. My cravings for chocolates and sweets would get the better of me, and not only that, but I would feel terrible in terms of depression, anxiety, and some obvious issues regarding vitamin insufficiency. My hair would fall out, and I would start developing other problems related to a diet low in nutrients. Eventually, I would start putting weight back on again. It was frustrating because despite tracking calories and seeing it on paper that I should be losing weight, I would not. I would end up heavier than I was before I started. When I was 34, I hit my heaviest weight of 320 pounds. I had tried everything to lose it, but I felt hungry all the time. Despite cutting out most of the fat from my diet, my weight just got worse. I went to the doctor and he told me about gastric banding surgery. I went for it and I lost 175 pounds in about 18 months because I was virtually starving myself. The band allowed me to eat so little and I was doing at least 10 hours of hardcore cardio and strength training every week. Despite the massive weight loss, I continued to have lots of issues with my stomach. The cramping and pain I was experiencing often led me to collapse and visits to the hospital. The doctors had no idea what to do with me, as I was following all the suggestions of a high-fiber diet. But I found a good gastroenterologist and I ended up being diagnosed with IBS and I was put on a low FODMAP diet. I had the gastric band removed after I hit my weight loss goal and I found it painful. And now I felt that I would be able to maintain my weight because I loved to eat what I thought was healthy and I loved to exercise. I kept the weight off for 6 years. 6 years of being so focused on food, weight, and exercise that I let the rest of my life slide. And despite all of that, at the age of 40, the weight started to pile back on again. With the weight gain came the pain. The yo-yo dieting was taking a toll on my body. I started to develop arthritis in both my wrists. I had psoriasis all over my scalp, which I was unable to get rid of. I had extremely painful sciatica and a strange numbness down the side of my right thigh, which I later found out was a condition called myalgia paresthetica. At 42, I was up to around about 215 pounds. That's the picture of me with the longer hair. It was that weekend away when I decided to do something. I had seen the documentary The Magic Pill on Netflix and realised that sugar and carbs were the enemy. So I researched a Paleolithic diet. I was currently doing the low FODMAPs diet due to my IBS, which wasn't really helping my gut issues because the constipation was still horrendous. I thought the paleo diet would be exactly what I needed, and though I thought it would be easy, but I was wrong. I kept getting terrible cravings for sugar and find myself binging on chocolate at least once a week. I struggled on the paleo diet for about a year, and then a friend of mine from the States mentioned that she was doing keto and had never felt better. I decided to give it a try. Thank God for that woman, because that decision has changed my life. I first heard about the carnivore diet from Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube. I had been on a ketogenic diet for a few months with great results. I lost about 18 pounds and my arthritis pain had nearly completely disappeared. I was trying to get some information because my weight loss had plateaued on keto, and my searches on YouTube led me to Ken, and he was talking about carnivore. I thought it was crazy. Surely it was unhealthy. But shortly after, I was listening to a podcast by Anthony Gustin. He did a carnivore trial for a few weeks with amazing results, which interested me, so I decided to give it a go. Low carb, keto, and carnivore is not popular here in Australia, and people I know think it's insane, but I'm studying health science at university. I understand the human body, and the carnivore diet made a lot of sense to me, so I launched into it. I have been carnivore now for about 3 months, and I've lost another 15 pounds. Not only that, I've also realised that my psoriasis is completely gone, my sciatica is completely gone, the neuralgia paresthetica is completely gone. I am no longer constipated or bloated, no pain in the stomach whatsoever, which is an absolute miracle for me. My allergies are gone, and another thing I notice is my teeth. They feel so clean. My skin is so soft, the dry spots on my elbows are gone, and my anxiety is 60% better. I'm not grinding my teeth anymore. The cravings for sugar are still there a little bit. I'm currently working with a carnivore coach by the name of Wendy. She is great and has helped me so much. I have a fair way to go on my weight loss goals, and I have not included a current photo because I'm not quite where I want to be. Thankfully, I've done some blood work prior to starting the ketogenic diet, and I'm excited about going back to the doctor in a couple of weeks to get some more blood tests done. I'm not worried in the slightest because I feel better than I have in years and my hair is not falling out. Despite the experience I've had in my life with dieting, the highs and the real lows, I feel utterly convinced that the carnivore lifestyle is for me. Even if I don't lose any more weight, and I think I will, the other health benefits I've experienced are an absolute miracle. No more counting calories, eating until I'm full, feeling satisfied and not feeling guilty for that. It's amazing. Another great thing is my ability to fast with ease. I have a 4-hour eating window each day. It has simplified my life beyond the imagination. I see in my studies that nutrition is a very controversial subject at times. There are great arguments no matter what kind of diet you believe in. I believe in the carnivore diet because it's natural. It supplies me with all of my nutrient needs without the need for supplementation. Eating meat is good for the body and it's good for the earth. I am so grateful to the pioneers of this movement and for people like Sean Baker and Ken Berry for doing all they do to inform people of this amazing way of life.